would you want to explain to our listeners like where you started?
Yeah.
I know you mentioned before Kid Kraddick. Like, please explain.
I love my Kid Kraddick story because it's so weird. I was a huge fan of the show. Huge fan of the show growing up. I listened to every morning. When I went off to college, I was in West Texas, and I was driving around one day, like the first couple days I was there, scrolling the stations, and I hear Kid's voice. And I was like, what? Because I grew up knowing that Kid Kraddick in the morning was in Dallas, and that's where we were. And I didn't have any kind of concept of what syndication was at all, but it was like instant peace. And I was like, oh my gosh, a little, reminder of home. It felt like home. And then it kind of got me through that, college. And I went to a K through 12 Christian school.
Oh, damn.
I had never been around that many people at one time in my life. I had lived in a comfort zone. Like, people were like, oh, Elena has this huge personality. And then I like left the bubble, and I was like, do I? I'm terrified. So yeah, it was kind of a comfort for me. And then after college, my ex, about a year after my ex broke up with me, obviously, or we would be together. And that was just, I thought I was going to pass away, obviously, as you do with your first love heartbreak. And then it was like Kid Kraddick kind of saved me. Like, every morning I would find that distraction in them and laugh and smile. And it was kind of my reminder that like I was still capable of doing that. And that if I could do it now in this like terrible time, then I probably had a lot more happiness to come. And in that time, I just really like went all in on Kid Kraddick because I was like, this is my thing. This makes me happy. So I'd listen on the way to work. I would put it on Kid TV when I got to work. I would let it play like 2 or 3 times.
I love it.
Until the afternoon. And I just interacted with them on Twitter a ton. And so Kid noticed me. He would tweet back at me and then ended up following me. And I was like, this is it, guys. I have made it.
This is it.
I've peaked. There's no getting better than this. I can't. My life cannot accelerate.